President Roosevelt has so far lived up to none of his lofty campaign promises. All we have had from Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his so-called brain trust is a great deal of high-flown talk and virtually no action. In a nation racked by poverty, misery, and unemployment, it is deeds we want from the White House, not words. In short, Mr. President, if you're listening, we've had enough of your fireside chats. It's now time to...
Dan, nothing but criticism. Damn it.
I know.
That's awful. Did anybody see the Washington Post this morning?
Gentlemen, it's as I've said before, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Franklin, you've already been elected.
Every cloud has a silver lining. You're never fully dressed without a smile. Oh, thank you, Louis. Come in. Oliver, nice to meet you. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. President.
And what do we have there?
Mr. President, this is my good friend, Annie.
And
She couldn't resist meeting you, so I just had to bring her along to say hello.
yes, the little girl that sang so wonderfully on the radio the other night.
Annie, this is President Roosevelt.
How do you do, President Roosevelt?
How do you do, Annie? You're as lovely as you sounded on the radio.
Thank you, President Roosevelt.
Shall we begin?
Yes. Annie, if you want to wait right outside there.
Oliver, it's fine. Let her stay. Having a child on hand, she was on our best behavior.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Harold, I don't want to hear so much of the gosh out of you.
Franklin, a child.
Oliver, since you speak for those happy few Americans with any money left, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the matter.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the words of Calvin Coolidge, the business of this country is business. Yes, for you, for Wall Street, the country, and for myself, we need to get the factories back open and the workers back to work.
According to my latest figures, we have 15 million Americans out of work and nearly 50 million with no visible means of support.
Mr. President, if I may say so, unemployment is not our worst problem. The dispatches from Germany are becoming more and more disturbing each day. There could be war.
Germany. Hell, there are people starving in this country.
Harold, I know that. In the long run, we're not prepared for
Cornell,
that.
for those who are starving, there is no long run.
The trouble is, it's all happening at once. The stock market has taken another nosedive.
Sit-down strikes, riots,
Floods, dust storms,
And the FBI still hasn't captured Al Capone. Well, we're all agreeing on one thing. The situation is hopeless and can't get any worse.
Henry, I'd like to see those figures.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottoms all in that tomorrow. There'll be some...
quiet little girl.
Harold! What was that, Annie? It's okay, child. It's still a free country.
Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's
for you, Oliver, from your secretary in New York. Hundreds of couples jamming streets outside house, all claiming to be Annie's parents.
Oh, boy!
Have begun to screen them. Suggestion returns to New York at once. Signed, Grace Farrell.
Well, it seems as though the Hours of Smiles has more listeners than we thought. Hi.
Gee, hundreds of couples. One of them is bound to be my mother and father.
Oliver, I suspect you'll be wanting to return to New York City immediately.
Yes, if you don't mind, Mr. President. Annie?
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Annie.
Goodbye, Mr. President. And thank you.
No, Annie, thank you. You're the kind of person a president should have around him.
Mr. President, what if we set up hundreds, no, thousands of federal projects?
We could create 5 million jobs in 6 months.
And we would pay taxes to get all those millions off the weekend back to paying taxes.
We can make a country so strong that nobody, including Chancellor Hitler, could ever defeat us in the war.
Mr. President, what you need to give this country is nothing less than a new outlook.
A new vision.
A new approach.
A new concept.
A new dedication.
A new horizon.
A new spirit.
A new attitude.
A new deal. Gentlemen, it's like I said before. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day